He makes me smile when I'm down. Don't ruin my business though. Hello, my name is Shantel from Shantel is Probably Sorry. The time the reaction starts is in the description. This is WYNONNA EARP 3x12, otherwise known as the season 3 finale, called War Paint, which is an interesting title because I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be fitting. This show has very punny titles, or just fitting titles. Before I go on, I'm sorry, I have a lot of anticipation and a lot of anxiety right now about this episode, as well as the episode I watched this morning. Because yes, it is still my grandmother's birthday. Happy birthday! Gosh. So my Snapchat is at the latest one. It's on the screen always at the beginning of my intro comments. And it's in my description, as well as my other networking, as well as an email address for anyone who is interested at any point in owning any of the drawings that show up in my background. Tonight it is dolls because, well, it's kind of a send-off because, you know, shows typically don't like to dwell on their dead characters for a long time. Well, besides the I'm gonna come back around to that. I actually wrote it down in my intro comments. I'm just gonna continue with what I was doing, right? So, some of the other shows that I watch, generally speaking, I watch WYNONNA EARP, obviously, the Bold Type, the 100, that's kind of bits and pieces of the beginning and end. Flash, Black Lightning, season 2, and Flash season 5. How to Get Away with Murder. How to Get Away with Murder. I say it every time. How to Get Away with Murder. I'm doing an Orphan Black rewatch. Killing Eve I'm watching. I've started releasing those. And that's all I have on here. I mean, I have pilots. I have pilot videos that I've filmed, but I haven't edited and gotten up because I just haven't. Not for lack of trying. I'm always doing something. But yeah, today is still today. It's a special day, true. All day, this entire day, I've been thinking about the episode that I watched this morning. And the entire day, I've just been like, what? Why the Because the fact that Charlie is Julian and it just introduced this whole new weird it just reminds me of Bo, Tamsin, and Hades, which again, I don't think Emily had, according to someone in the comments, Emily didn't have anything to do with the Tamsin, Bo, Hades thing, but at the same time, I'm just still like, why again? Like, why? I could have done without it. I could have done without the complication of sleeping with, you know, obviously he didn't have his memory, but I could have done without the complication of Mr. Man sleeping with his, I don't know, ex-boo-thang's daughter when he got his ex-boo-thang pregnant, and that child of his is the woman he's sleeping with, his sister. You see, it sounds a little confusing. This whole thing should be interesting. Anyway, also today though, fun fact, last season I mentioned how the town next to me is called Purgatory, and every time I drive through there, I'm like, hey, what's up, WYNONNA, you know? Today I learned that that is not the town next to me, but is in fact my town. For some reason, part of my town is named Purgatory. It's so weird, like a literal section of my town is named Purgatory, and I'm like, why isn't it just its own town? Like, why is there a section of our town called Purgatory? Why is the Ghost River Triangle sitting in my town? Like, what's going on? Some people left their comments in regards to my conversation on compulsory heterosexuality versus bi erasure. They made the point that it is more of from an outside perspective looking in. It isn't like these people who are saying it really know the character's sexuality or anything. I'm like, fair, true. And I mean, I stand by what I said, you know. But I just also wanted to add to that conversation is that sometimes gay, the term gay is used as a blanket term, and, you know, kind of the same way queer is used. Well, queer is more specifically targeted as a blanket term, whereas gay is more specifically targeted towards gay, but is also used as an umbrella term. Almost as though the word gay is interchangeable with queer, which it isn't quite, no. but that's the way it's treated, and it's understood to be that way. So, I mean, I'm just also adding that kind of not as a contrast to my argument, but just another factor to the argument. And by argument, I don't mean like I'm arguing with anybody. We all know what an argument is. It's a stance on something, advocating for a point or describing a point, more so advocating for, because otherwise you're just describing a point, but also constantly referring to like a bi character as gay. I already said it. So I guess in my outro comments, I will talk about how this season was, or what I thought about this season, because then I will have watched the episode. And it really depends on what people are saying, because I'm going to go on Tumblr after I watch the episode, but it really depends on what people are saying, whether or not I talk about, I'll probably bring it up anyway, what people were saying in regards to WYNONNA this season, because I think a lot of people were displeased at some stuff, and so I'll probably at least, you know, bring it up for documentation. So, and lastly, behind me I have dolls. Of course, I had plans of drawing like Nicole and Jeremy and everything, but I've already kind of explained how that went. I ran out of time. I, you know, just didn't have time to do those things. And so maybe for next season or something. I had my Orphan Black drawing up. It fell halfway off and I just took it off completely and put up my dolls drawing, because I thought it was appropriate, because I have no clue how the show is going to treat the character from now on. I mean, we've still gotten a few mentions of the character from Nicole, a few from WYNONNA. I remember saying that I'll probably pull up receipts. Earlier I said that I would have some feelings if Dolls' death was going to be the means of us finding out who he was or what his background was. But I think I would have even more feelings if he was just dropped completely. So either way, it's a lose-lose, but one of those situations is worse than the other. So I pretty much figure that by next season, we're not gonna hear all that much about dolls, because, you know, shows like to wrap up on characters that have passed. We don't really, I mean, maybe they'll bring them up a few times in the future, but I don't expect it to be. Okay, so let's just be honest about it. I wouldn't say that Dolls' death rocked the fandom by any means. I mean, sure, people were affected. I know multiple people who stopped watching the show after Dolls died. And I mean, it takes a lot to make me stop watching the show. Unless this show is just really, really bad, then it doesn't take much at all. Okay, for anyone who's watching The 100 and has not seen season 3, then I'm about to discuss spoilers for season 3 of The 100. So I'll probably put words up saying, mute this shit now, and then when mute comes off the screen, unmute the shit. I have no clue who has and has not seen The 100. So I'm just gonna say that I'm about to start talking about The 100, season 3. Here we go. I'm saying that his death in no way rocked the fandom the same way Lexa's death rocked the fandom for The 100. And everyone else, really, but mainly The 100, because this is what it is. Her death made such a big impact on everybody that they are still, they as in Jason, are still bringing up the character, even now, like some annoying ass hoes. And it's like, damn, why don't y'all just let her live and die in peace? Just let it go. Not y'all as in the audience. Y'all as in the show people who are writing this shit. Like, leave it alone. Let it be. Because at this point, to me, every single time they bring her up, I'm like, why are y'all doing this? Because it just plainly seems to me like them trying to save face, them trying to make up for a very, very stupid decision. Or even if some people don't think it's stupid, which I'm not trying to get into that argument. This isn't The 100. This is WYNONNA EARP. I'm just saying. Trying to still, I would say, have content there for people who loved Lexa and Clexa, but it doesn't even feel like that. It doesn't feel like they genuinely care and want to have content. It just seems like more baiting to just keep people there. It doesn't even really seem you know? So it annoys me when I see it. So I'm saying, though, that was just my comparison. I in no way expect that dolls will be brought up like that again. So wonder if the show will surprise me. Okay, I'm done with spoilers now. I think I'm about to get into the show. Yeah. Wynonna teamed up with the Revenants and everything. Oh, shoot. I forgot to talk about my back. You guys, my back has been injured. This...
Oh, you know what I should do? Oh, my hip.
is the sound of a subluxated hip. Meaning, I hit the ground with enough impact to partially dislocate my hip and throw my back out. Which is why I've been in pain for the last month and a half. I'm still in pain, but I am getting treated and my hip is no longer subluxated. Subluxated. My hip is no longer subluxated, so my hip still hurts, but at least I can walk on it completely. After he put my hip back in, he is in the chiropractor dude. After the first alignment where he put my hip back in place, I could actually move and I had my mobility, and it's like, shit, I hadn't even realized how much I'd been favoring one leg and how much I had stopped even moving in one direction because of how much pain I'd been in, like constant pain, not including the sharp pains that would make me cry out. Which is what's been happening the last month and some change. So yeah, that's what happened to my back. I was walking on a partially dislocated hip for over a month. Oh, not just walking either. Running. I don't run. Jogging, dancing, working, lifting. I lift a lot at work. And this cart that I was trying to move out of the way of, it had over 200 pounds worth of stuff on it, which isn't a lot, but it was enough for me to not want to get in the way of that moving cart. So that is how I f***ed my hip up, and subsequently my back. So essentially, in my attempt to make sure that I didn't get in anyone's way, I really completely f***ed myself up and over. Which, if that isn't the most fitting metaphor for my life, I don't know what is. Basically, these last 3 months, it's not been fun for me. Because, like, before this happened, I was sick. Like, during most of the bowl type, I was quite sick. Stomach issues. Never identified it. Pretty sure it was an ulcer, though. Speaking of which, half of my videos for the bowl type season 2 have been blocked. Just over half. So, fun times. This dude who plays Charlie was in Below Her Mouth. Okay. So this... Oh my god. Someone brought up Below Her Mouth. I didn't watch Below Her Mouth again, but while I was looking for a picture of, you know, Below Her Mouth, I somehow saw this guy in some clip of something. I did not go watch that again. Not that it would matter if I did, but I just want to clarify that I didn't. I know he's supposed to have, like, just arisen from the dead, but he looks a little stoned.
Fucking loved hunting and killing you all.
Wait, what? Did you just curse?
From the moment I first fired Peacemaker previously on one. Fucking loved hunting and killing you all.
She did. Ah!
From the moment I first fired Peacemaker.
I'm good. Great, sorry.
Really fired.
This is weird. Like, this is so not what I expected ever.
I have not come here to bring peace.
What
or a sword.
Okay. Didn't the angel with the sword guard the garden? Oh, two angels. Duh. Oh, is that why there's two swords? I like that. So
Where
pretty.
are you?
What up, bitch?
Wynonna, you seem oddly unfazed. I feel like I can top that.
Don't.
Charlie was supposed to be a lot of things. Instead,
Don't.
he's my father.
Don't.
Wynonna,
Don't.
I know it's a lot.
Do not.
Yes, please.
You cute and all, boo. Or whatever.
Stop. Breathe. Breathe.
Breathe.
Okay, you're my personal meditation now.
You can double tap me anytime.
Nah, maybe later.
Oh, I have chills. I have like actual chills.
Thanks, Jen. I'm awake. It's in my best interest that you stop the apocalypse, and you need to be calm to do that.
Get them out of my face. You
Okay,
hoes.
so maybe he's poisonous like the widow wives were, and I can make some sort of anti-venom.
Poison and venom are not the same thing, but
Whoa. Doc.
why does he feel it there?
Yeah, but he's not.
What can I possibly say?
Context is
Vultures want
horrible,
to get into the
but she
Garden
looks
of Eden
amazing.
and do something to destroy humanity. And I'll have my magic gun that
Poor
can kill
baby.
my demonic enemies who are currently in my kitchen. Finding out that I shook my sister's dad. Effective. Good luck on you.
True.
Sorry, I just really like her. Never apologize for love, Red.
I really like her. Why do we keep reverting to this like shenanigans? Come on, kick their asses. Kick their asses, please.
Yeah, bro, you sure you're not a Scorpio?
No. That's so rude. Medley with the
Okay, breathe out. Get your panties out of your buns.
just a flesh wound, she says.
No wings? You're fucking permitted. I'm permitting you. Please, she's all alone.
The cursing. I stand. I'm not gonna worry until I need to be worried. Sorry. Oh, mother.
For years I was so...
I'm impressed that Doc didn't like eat
This was in the greenhouse.
Nicole. Much
I
control
lost this a long time ago.
of the it, bro. So what's the price gonna be?
Nicole's okay.
What? Was she not okay?
Oh, okay. So the common theme of this episode for me is chills. I feel them on my thighs and
Bullshit's missing something.
is she not wearing her shirt? Hey Nicole, boo boo. She look good though. I'm sorry, I'm just like hyperventilating over here. I don't know what to believe because I don't actually think that like anything bad would
I've
happen
been here for a long, long time.
to these characters. That's why I wasn't worried about Nicole or Waverly. Okay. Thanks for not killing her.
The angel returneth.
Don't tell me he's about to die as soon as we meet him. No, not really. Honestly. Seriously?
Learn some new tricks.
This isn't mortal.
Oh shit. Fair.
You could have been better than this.
Honey,
Free.
what the... How many minutes is left in this shit? There's still a full 20 minutes left. What the f? No. Okay, alright, fine. Look, Charlie's been here for a good chunk of this season. I don't care enough to... No, I don't care enough to open the book and see when he showed up. I like to say 305. 306. It's either 305 or 306. I think it was 306 because, yeah, it was 306. But anyway, the point is, we literally just found out he was Julian. I was worried that that was going to happen. I think I said that this morning because if I didn't, I meant to. That is so rude. Why? What the hell? Very Sarah Helena Amelia much. What the f? Let them be happy. And then Bobo's dead. And then Waverly is all darkerly. That's not good wordplay. Very dark. And I mean, Bobo did say that she has darkness that she hasn't even explored yet, but I don't remember what I just said, but I was thinking, Waverly, be careful, you're meddling with like dark matters. And of course she's already like burnt a demon's face off before, but the first time was accidentally. That was very much on purpose, and she meant it. She meant that shit, and she wanted to do that. Of course they have to come up with these damn situations. So Nicole had to get injured, and therefore Julian had to heal her, which is why he expended all of his energy and all of his magic or whatever it was. The rings, I don't know, that, and then freaking died again. It's a very intense finale. Okay, so her eyes just did that thing where they constricted, kind of like in the pilot how they dilated. So like, has he just made it so that she can't?
Where are the others?
I think Nicole's in the barn and Wynonna and dog. Wait, just sad.
No, I know.
I can see it on my best friend's face. Jeremy's been working on something that'll give us a fighting chance.
Get it out of my face. No, don't. Get that shit in,
Drag the
bitch.
last of the beekeeper courses.
Just use manure.
I doubt anything will grow within 10 feet of it this year. If you'll have it.
Yes, of course. This is what we do. Sorry. I'm gonna ask.
After everything you've done, how could I possibly trust you?
Clearly you cannot.
Wow.
These things will not be able to keep me here.
Apparently, this is what we
And
do.
holy water will.
Unexpected.
I thought I'd lost you. Not losing anyone else I love today.
No.
How? What you doing?
Because I do.
Oh.
I do. Nicole, really hot. I really, really love you.
What are we doing? Wait. What?
And I really, really hate this ring.
This is...
Yes.
It's a crypsis. I blendered Bulshar's arm just to make...
Okay. Hey. 1 second, please. So is this why, besides that time where Waverly was like, I betrayed Wynonna because I love you, Waverly's never said I love you because they wanted to save it for this shit? Then why the hell is Nicole gonna say no? Oh my god, is Nicole gonna say no? Oh my gosh, she's gonna say no, isn't she?
You're right, them boots is tight. Yeah, top shelf.
Hey, this is good. There's usually a lot of vagina jokes.
You showed me what I'm most afraid of. What's that?
I was just thinking about that today.
Nah, you're not.
Miss Sloan and her.
There's not enough crypsis for all of us. And I'm a coward.
What? We know that. Just kidding.
Asshole! You and me, kid. Now you're back up.
No. I think we both know I'm yours. Angel.
I love sisters so much.
What does it know?
I just want
Nelly to die.
Then let's go stop the apocalypse and make sure he doesn't.
I want Nelly to die, but listen, I was just thinking about how much Wynonna loves Waverly. Today, I was thinking about that. I was like, wow, Wynonna really did get on her knees and beg Bulshar. Like, she really did that shit. But she really loves her baby sister, and I'm like, true. Wow, relatable. Ew. It's weird. That's weird as shit.
The herbs.
Ugh, it's supposed to be scales. Yo, did Mans just just rotate his, wait, did I see that incorrectly? Or is that what he did?
You're levitating.
You pathetic whim.
Get it, girl. I can see the stairs.
Oh my gosh. I just have a lot going on. Let's just take a moment here. Just chill out for a second, thanks. The theme of this episode, the second theme, is chills everywhere. No, I've already said that that's the theme of this episode, didn't I? Because I have chills everywhere. You cannot be serious. And we are. I don't like any of this.
We're always dead. Our humanity.
What the f? What? No.
You'll be fine, baby girl.
Is he trying to suck the poison out?
Poison and venom are not the same thing.
Oh my god. Okay, but listen. Your sister's about to be dragged into the garden, so...
No, I mean you sucked out the venom.
Okay, but we need to be paying attention elsewhere. Come on, please. God damn it. Well, could they have done anything anyway?
Bite her. Listen, can you tell the code? You tell her. I can't hold on. Please. Please. Feel come get me. No, you dare. No.
This is seriously what we... Everything shit mother is... Damn it, is happening.
You're not mortal, Doc.
What?
You're the guardian.
You mean tell me I'm
She
gonna have
doesn't
to...
even have a weapon in there.
I cannot stand this show. Doc confuses me a lot. Doc confuses the hell out of me. God damn it. Valdez?
Fuck yeah.
I love a show that says fuck. Of course I'm not censoring that out. The fuck? Inconsistency does nothing for me. What? Oh my god, what? That is definitely the most intense Winona Earp season finale to date. 100%. That's like beyond season finale. That's like series finale. What? I thought everyone was about to die like 3 times. Mainly Winona. I was like, okay, but how is Winona about to survive this? I didn't actually expect Nicole to die. And I didn't expect Winona to die the first time. You know, when her head was on the chopping block. I cannot believe they actually killed Julian. I feel like that's... Oh, damn it. All the potential storylines that could have come out of that. God. I'm such a nerd. All the potential storylines that could have come... You know. Are we gonna have Winona die for another minute so that Boba can come back again? Oh no. So the ring probably sends them back to hell. So I'm guessing Peacemaker isn't the only thing that can send them to hell then. Okay. What? Oh my gosh. I really wanted to shed my tears when Jeremy was like, I can see it on my best friend's face. No. They came and they wanted to leave and I was like, no, I'm not doing it tonight. No. My God. So Waverly's in the garden and Doc's in the garden. The whole town is freaking gone. God damn it. God damn it, where's season 4? Now. Please. God. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm so stressed. So really, Doc confuses me. And when I say that, I mean, I don't know whether to not like the character. Yeah, that's it. I was gonna say, I don't know whether to like him, dislike him, or just not care. Usually I'm in the just not care zone. I just, you know, it is what it is. Doc's there. You know, cool. I admire you sometimes. I dislike you sometimes. I'm not overly invested in the character. That's basically what it boils down to, is I'm not overly invested in the character. Rayleigh. Fun fact about my life that nobody needed to know. At one point, I was nicknamed Rayleigh by someone else. Literally one person would call me Rayleigh. And I made it my Gmail signature one. I don't know. Don't know. Okay, I was wondering what the hell she said. Her middle name is Rayleigh. I wanna die. Jesus. No, yeah, I mean, usually with Doc, it's just like, okay, Doc's here. Cool. Alright, dude. Sure. You're here. You're part of the cast. You're part of the team. When he does asshole things, I'm like, oh my god, asshole. And when he does good things, I'm like, wow, okay. Nice trait there. You know, that's basically my relationship with Doc, I think. And so I'm just really confused because recently, you know, I've just been like, wow, Doc, what's going on? And then it just confuses me, god damn it. I hate who. Oh my god. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen because I love and hate you, buddy. Okay, so apparently Valdez is from the comics, and is a she, and if it's the same, you know, character from, like, based on the comics, then we probably will be hearing more about BBD and probably dolls. It'll be a re-entry point for BBD. I'd say intensity and confusion are the themes of the night. How do I feel about this season? Well, a lot happened. Never have a... That was about to sound really rude. I don't mean this in a rude way. Let me just not say it. There's no way to say that and not sound rude. Okay, I'll just say it anyway. I've never really set high expectations. Okay. I expect different things out of all the shows I watch. Okay. Damn, I just sound like I'm talking shit. I'm just saying, right? I understand that every single show I watch is different, and I learn to appreciate different things about each show. It's not like I'm gonna watch Glee and say, wow, I expect this show to have super consistent plot lines and not have any plot holes at all. Like, you know, Glee is not known for that shit. Glee was plot holy as hell. Glee was not Glee. Glee was just Glee. Glee was Glee. I watch Orphan Black and I'm like, yeah, this is about to have really good acting, a lot of attention to detail, a little bit too much attention to detail. Like, you know, each show has its own thing. So the thing for Winona Earp for me has never been outstanding writing. I've never been like, I expect the best writing that there is to have out of this show. So I just don't set my expectations high on that front. So I'm maybe not as disappointed as everyone else, maybe as confused. I will say though that this season, it can be tricky to thoroughly and properly incorporate a new storyline or character that's supposed to have always been there. Like, for example, Kate. Though I love seeing Shantel on my screen, obviously, I think the manner in which they tried to explain why she's there, I've already talked about this, was very expository, and it felt that way. Like when watching the scene or these scenes, I was like, I know exactly why this scene is here. It's to explain exactly what Kate's doing here, and that's it. Maybe I just didn't notice it in previous seasons, but there was something to me about this season where there seemed to be a whole lot of dropped storylines or unanswered questions even, but more so dropped storylines, like Nicole being the survivor of a cult massacre or something. The ring, dolls. To be fair, I can't say what they would have done with the character if, you know, Shamir wanted to stay, but at the same time, dude was on the show for like 2 whole years and we got what we got. So do we really expect that it was going to be any different if he had stayed? Mama Earp just straight up disappeared. I thought that she was going to show up at some point in the season here, and she's just suddenly not okay, I guess she is a fugitive who's avoiding detection. The plot twist of Charlie being Julian, I did not see coming until it was already unfolding, but that's because I don't believe they dropped clues. I haven't scrolled through Tumblr enough to see if that was well received or not. The plot twist itself, not what it implies in terms of love triangle mess. Am I supposed to expect that the curse is actually broken? Like, are the revenants for real gone? Like, wait, the curse is broken? Really? What are they gonna do now? Wow. The cursing though, the cursing I love. Didn't she curse in the season finale too? Something about breaking a curse. I feel as though there was a lot of potential that didn't quite get, well, for lack of better words, utilized. I feel like, not that anything was horrible by any means, but that it wasn't mind-blowing. I don't know, I guess it just fell flat a tiny bit. Basically that's it. It just felt a little bit flat, a lot of it flat. I'm just kidding. I didn't hate it, obviously. I was more like, you know, just here for the ride. I was like, okay, this is happening and this is happening. All right, cool. Yeah, I got it. Some parts of the season I really love. Some parts not so much. In case this becomes relevant, I thought season 1 was alright. I really enjoyed the improvement of season 2. I even told a friend who had started watching, hey, just stick with the first season because it gets a lot better in season 2. And I don't necessarily feel as though season 3 reverted back to where season 1 was. I don't think it's that. I just don't think that they maintained the footing they had for season 2. Hopefully though in season 4 the show will regain its momentum in terms of storylines, world building, story building, all that. Definitely a lot happening in this finale here. A lot happened. A lot. I feel like I watched an entire season today, is what it feels like. I know that some people had some complaints, so I think what I'll do, I have to edit How to Get Away with Murder right now, so I'll just come back. A few things from 311 and 312. In the scene where Wynonna opens the, it's not a trunk, but I'm gonna call it a trunk, the metal box in the back of the truck. I realized that when Waverly popped out of the box thing, she said, "What the f, Wynonna?" But it was muffled. And so, I mean, just another little subtle way to slip F-bombs into the show. Like how they always stick up their middle fingers. Well, it's not subtle by any means, but it's not the same thing as saying the actual word. Every single time a character uses Doc's full name, John Henry Holiday, that damn song from my childhood about John Henry pops into my head.
John Henry, John Henry, John Henry is a mighty man, born with a hammer, a 10-pound hammer, a 20-pound hammer.
Wynonna really got down on her knees to beg Bolshar to be his lieutenant in that dress. Charlie/Julian saying, "I'm not doing that, that's too much," should be a meme. Very relatable. I agree, dude. Just in general, not just about the love hexagon, I don't know. In the future, I fully expect Waverly to bring it up to Wynonna. Like, remember that one time you slept with my father? I expect that. It's funny how Nicole said to Kate in 311 Daddy Lessons, it's a gunshot wound, not a hangnail. And then literally the next episode, which wasn't set too far in the future, she gets a stab wound or a slice wound to her abdomen and tries to walk it off like nothing happened. So you mean to tell me that Doc couldn't sniff Charlie/Julian out in the greenhouse since his smell is so keen? I mean, hey, maybe it's not as keen as we thought it was. What the f am I doing? Robin is a very beautiful name. I love that name. I also love the name Waverly. Like, genuinely, I think it was because of this show. If I were to ever, on the slim chance, end up with kids one day, I think Waverly is a good name for a child. I like that name. I also like Clarissa. I mean, there's other names. I'm not like gonna sit here and like list my baby name registry. I mean, Robin, though, is a very pretty name. You know, one character I didn't expect to grow on me? Bobo. Bobo's grown on me. I'm gonna miss Bobo. And the actor who plays him, who I never actually looked into, but he just did, I think, an amazing job. He is so compelling every time Bobo is on the screen, at least recently for me. It was magnetic almost. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little too vivid. I think I might have mentioned earlier, like, what was the price of the ring? I'm hoping they closed that storyline off already by having the price be, well, Charlie's own life because of his weakened state, and not something that actually takes effect in or around Nicole. When I say around Nicole, I mean the people around Nicole. This show makes me not want to ship. And I'll tell you why. Oops. And I'll tell you why, right? There are always those ships that I don't know what to call them. They're not kink ships. Like shipping the clones in Orphan Black, or shipping siblings, or like character siblings, like, I don't know, Dean and Sam. Taboo. This show makes me fear that everything will become a taboo ship. Like, one day they're just gonna sit here and reveal, oh, the man you've been sleeping with is actually your sister's father. Like, you know, surprise, you've been sleeping with your cousin. You know, like this little insane, and I know it's an insane fear, but because of the shenanigans that happens on this show, I'm like, what if they one day decide to reveal that for some reason Nicole and Waverly are related? Like, distantly, but still. Like, I don't trust anything anymore. Because I was looking at Charlie and Waverly before, like, the Julian thing became obvious, and I was like, wow, in some alternate dimension somewhere, I could ship these characters. Like, I could see a ship forming out of the characters. I'm saying, I didn't say I shipped it. I didn't say that. I was like, in some world, I could ship it. Okay? But what if I did ship it? What if I did ship it? I feel like what I'm saying is so ridiculous. That's why I'm just like, if I did ship it, surprise, it's her father. In my talk in 311 about supernatural television death and why it can be hard to effectively convey a permanent character death in supernatural television, you know, when I was having that talk, I mentioned that these shows establish themselves a world. They've established a world in which people can die and come back at whim, I think were the words I used. And I've used the term world building before on this channel, I think maybe in reference to this show. I was editing something and I realized, for me, the reason why so many of these red herrings are red herrings, some of these theories can be classified as outlandish, but the reason they don't seem outlandish to me is because I'm not sure exactly what the rules of this world are. Earlier this season, when I was talking about the gun changing colors, I wondered if the colors thing was actually as intricate or as complicated as we the fans and I myself were making it out to be. Does Emily even know? Does she have a specific reason? Is it really that intricate? Did she decide specifically this goes with this color, this goes with this design for this person and this feeling? Or is it just Has she completely formed that? Has she completely come to an understanding of what the rules regarding that are? Because she very well could, and be saving it from the audience for a future date, or it could be that she herself does not yet know, because we also do see that in writing, or when you ask a writer how you think their story will go, or what the future for the characters are, they'll be like, I don't know. Because these characters and themes kind of take on a life of their own. I don't know, it's a whole thing. All this to say, I wonder if Emily even knows. Like, is she making it up as she goes along, or has she completely established this world in her brain beforehand? I've had this talk in my Orphan Black videos multiple times about how things can become discoherent when you're messing with timelines if your world is not completely established, if every single detail is not already established. And it's not just timelines that can get screwy, it's also like actual storylines that can get screwy. And then plot holes happen. For example, the fact that at some point in season 1, I'm 99% sure, 100% sure that Waverly was perched right at the outskirts of the Ghost River Triangle. Like, she was right over the edge, hiding up on, I don't know. And it was just this tiny little detail like, yep, I'll be right outside the Ghost River Triangle. I feel like that's an indication that the whole angel thing was not planned out from the very beginning, or not completely decided on from the very beginning. I feel like a lot of this is made up as it goes along, which does lead to a world that can become discoherent, that can become confusing, that can make just regular things seem like red herrings. For the sake of documentation, I'm going to say there, generally speaking, was a kind of disapproval of WYNONNA this season. In season 2, I guess people were saying they were over-sexualized. I didn't even see those conversations during season 2 because I wasn't so consistent about going into the tags after each episode. Now it's become like a thing. Like, I want to go see the tags. It's like I've been staying off the internet this entire time. I finally watched the episode. Now can I go on the damn internet again, please? The disapproval this season was that there wasn't enough intimacy, that there weren't any real meaningful emotional scenes between the two, as well as no actual love scenes, whereas other couples like WYNONNA and Doc and Kate, I don't know what their ship name is, date. It's either date or cock. Sorry. Wouldn't that be an interesting last name? Date cock. Cock date. No, let's just stop. Stop. And then Charlie and WYNONNA, like, I think a lot of people felt as though we were slipping into the pattern that we do. I mean, I guess I'll share a bit of my opinion on it. I'm just stating what the disapproval was. I think a lot of people felt as though the show was slipping into patterns that we see of other shows that don't treat their same-sex couples on the show the same as they do, you know, the opposite sex couples on the show. Like, with the amount of screen time, with the amount of passion conveyed in the relationship, with the amount of love scenes compared to opposite sex couples, with the general ability to express love, to be portrayed with the same respect and care as opposite sex couples. I think that was the main thing, as well as lack of development or actual individual storylines for queer characters versus these super complex and saturated not queer characters. I think that is the root of most people's concerns. Also, I'm sure that there are some people who just want to see Dom and Cat make out. I hesitated saying that the entire time. I guess I didn't even pick up on that because I had no clue that there were complaints about WYNONNA until going into the tags one day. I can definitely understand the concern. I can understand why these concerns do exist, and I'm not trying to, you know, invalidate those concerns. I'm saying for me, I didn't really notice because of how many domesticated scenes there were. We learned a few things about Nicole, we learned a few things about Waverly, we learned more about the two of them together, they're learning more about each other, they're growing in their relationship. And so for me, I didn't even notice that there wasn't, I don't know, making out. I really hadn't even noticed. And that's basically that. I am finding it increasingly discouraging that no one tells Nicole anything and that they keep leaving her out, especially Waverly, because like, that's your girlfriend, honey. Communication is key. I'm disappointed that Nicole's storyline was a red herring. That's disappointing. People pointed out that like Waverly never had said, "I love you" to Nicole to her face. And then she just waited for a proposal to do that shit. Oh yeah, there was a proposal. Well, they're both disappeared now, so like, I felt like Nicole was going to say no because of her previous marriage, because of her personality, because of where they are in their relationship, because of the difference in their maturity. I got the vibe that she was gonna say no. And I wouldn't have been mad at it because I know that in the future it would be yes. And part of it has to do with, well, anyone would look nervous if they are accidentally proposing to, you know, their significant other. So, and I don't know, the reversion to like, Nicole was like, I just really like her. Perhaps I'm looking way too far into that, but I was like, why did it go back to I like her? Like, you've been saying I love you. You've been saying I love you, girl. Like, what happened? Well, best of luck for season 4. We do have a season 4. I will be here for season 4. Assuming nothing happens to me or my channel. But I guess that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. You can check out my channel playlist or description to see what other shows I watch, what else I do. Subscribe if any of those things interest you. I watched The Bow Tie, Flash season 5, The 100, How to Get Away with Murder season 5. I'm doing an Orphan Black rewatch, Killing Eve, and Black Lightning if I didn't say it already. I think I did though. And Black Mirror though. That's one worth mentioning. Those are the main shows I do right now. Also, if any of the drawings that I have in my background interest you, shoot me an email at chantelisprobablysorry@gmail.com. Oh, my Snapchat, I think I already said it. It's the latest one. It's in the description. Generally, everything is in the description. No, there was more. Jeremy. I love Jeremy. My time card. It's on my time card. Let's go downstairs and get my time card. Ouch. Guess I was just gonna say something about Jeremy being an empath. I do love him dearly. What is he besides human? Next time on Winona Earp, I wrote Nicole ... Clutie ? I don't know what that means. I wrote down Daddy Kink. I don't even want to start that one tonight. Hope y'all are having a wonderful existence, and I guess that brings me to bye. I'll see y'all next season. Okay, I guess I got hung up on. That's cool. Stop. My daddy warned me about men like you, said baby, girl, he's play. Damn it, I knew daddy lessons would get stuck in my head and the baby is crying. It's because she doesn't want to go to bed.
I've seen Princess Bride like 70 times.
I've not seen it once. Eleanor from The Good Place is bisexual? What? I probably shouldn't mention that on camera. Oh, of course. Oh. Kids are grumpy, right? I've been talking to this man. He's been, plug in please, saying what I like. Oh shit, the phone's ringing. He makes me smile when I'm down. Don't ruin my business though. Season. That's not my business. Let me just keep flipping. Just go. Okay. A few things from nope. Some people who interact with me think I'm high.
It's going down.
I'm yelling timber.
I hate them. And I'm like, no, not high, just Shantel.
Mama number 6.
Bye. Bye. I'll see y'all next season. Probably should have said some of the other shows I'm doing. Those are the main shows I do right now.